Hello, this is a new song every week, episode 52. We did it. I did it. That is a song for every week of the year 2023. This feels weird, but here we are. Obviously, the original plan was to do it every week for a full year, and that kind of fell apart somewhere in the second half of the year. And as I fell behind 1 week here, 1 week there, and it just started to pile up. I was still sort of drip feeding episodes, but there was still this backlog of unfinished songs to get done. And so it's been a very intense period of cramming to get to 52 before New Year's Eve, heading into 2024. And I'm very pleased to leave on this note with this particular song. This is a song that I wrote with a couple of friends of mine in Melbourne. One is Peter Forgus, who, aside from being, an old high school friend of mine, we used to play in a band together. He was in my band, The Infidels, many moons ago. And we were playing music together straight out of high school, made a few records. He moved to Melbourne a few years back, and we got together with Kaitlin Keegan, who's an amazing singer-songwriter, originally from Perth, now based in Melbourne. I've been wanting to write with her for a while. She'd never met Pete before. It was funny getting in a room together. Sometimes co-writes are like this, where you don't really have a dynamic already set up. And so there was a bit of getting to know each other and also trying to figure out what we could actually write together. And it was an interesting first couple of hours, just sort of throwing ideas around the room. I came in with one idea of what I thought we could start with, and we abandoned that within an hour. I was going to do like a 50s crooner kind of thing. We sort of wrote it from the perspective of two people in a relationship, two characters. It's essentially fiction based on many truths. And so we came up with this song. It's called Adore You. It's about all the things that annoy you, but you adore at the same time. And we sang it as a duet, a bit of a June and Johnny kind of vibe. Yeah, I really like this song. I like where it could go. These are just demos. Maybe we'll record it sometime in the future. I don't know if I'm in a position to really reflect any further on this whole year of writing songs. I think I'm going to do a separate video at some point where I really look back on all this and try and put it together. But I know that there has been a lot of things that I've learnt, mainly, and I don't know if I necessarily didn't know this before, but I've very much been reminded time and time again that when it comes to just creating anything, and in this case writing songs, you just got to get out of your own way. I think maybe some of the best songs in this series have been the ones that just kind of fell out of nowhere, and then the ones where I worked really hard on them, when I listen back to them, they sound like I'm thinking a lot about trying to make the song good, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Yeah, what I think I'll do is I'll go back and do a deep dive over all these songs and do a separate video about all that. It's been a pleasure. I'm thankful to those who have been watching along the way. This will now be a little, time capsule. It'll always be there on the internet. That 1 year where I did that thing. And aside from that, for now, I'm going to bed.
Rolling out of taxis onto the side of the curb, feeling the same things without saying a word. I miss all of those times we didn't give a damn. But I'm the same piece of shit no matter where I am. You were telling a story I've already heard in front front of our friends outside of the bird. You left out all the parts I thought important. I may have said I think you're out of order. 1 foot wrong and now you're pissed, and I know you keep a list of all the ways I make you feel. Can you rattle off the ways that I annoy you? Can you handle all the ways I try to love you? Always acting like there should be something more to the life where I adore you. Dinner with my parents, I was trying to get a word in. You were correcting me on something you were certain, and a change of subject clipped in like a harness. I was juggling all the ways I can't PR this. 1 foot wrong and now you're pissed, and I know you keep a list of all the ways I made you feel. Can you rattle off the ways that I annoy you? Can you handle all the ways I try to love you? Always acting like there should be something more to the life where I adore you. Can you rattle off the ways that I annoy you? Can you handle all the ways I try to love you? Always acting like there should be something more to the life where I adore you.